Wonderful, you just made it back in time for game number 5. Team Liquid versus 100 Thieves. Let's jump right into things. Selecting the blue side, it's Team Liquid. They've got Impact in the top lane, Xmithie in the jungle, Jensen mid, Doublelift bot, CoreJJ on support, and Coach Kane.
And challenging them on the red side, it is 100 Thieves in the top lane, Ssumday, jungle, and mid Huhi, bottom Bang, support Aphromoo, and Coach probably on stage.
Man, you sounded a lot better for the introductions this time around.
Wow,
You feel a little
what
bit more
could
relaxed or something?
possibly be different this time?
I wonder, but this is another rematch of the Spring 2018 finals, ladies and gentlemen, and this has one participant from that match going to a Worlds appearance, now into last place halfway through the split.
Yeah, I mean, there have been a couple of improvement points to get out of last place. So, first of all, 100 Thieves, we've seen in a lot of their games, there have been some real communication issues and coordination issues in executing on some of the plans that they've come up with. I've liked some of the plans that they've come up with, but they find themselves, on this loss streak now because they've been mis-executing, like the Olaf Jayce tower dive, or some of the mid-game and late-game objective trading that they've done has been a little bit off in timing. So they've kind of come a long way from the 2018 spring. But remember, in 2018 spring, where they were able to get to the finals, they actually, in the second round robin, had a huge turnaround. They went on an 8-win and a 1-loss run in the second half. So we're at that halfway point right now. So even though people are very worried, they could pull a similar turnaround.
Yeah, they were 4-5 in the first half last spring. They're 3-6 right now. That is a 1-game outcome difference, so it's really not that bad. If you think that they can pull off what they did last time around, we'll have to wait and see. But what better way to start that climb back than against Team Liquid, who, despite suffering their first loss last week, bounced back versus Echo Fox yesterday.
Yep, Team Liquid, they went right back to winning with their same old ways, and it was a close early game. They don't push very far. They're a little bit in scaling, and then they control objectives through the late game. They win their team fights. CoreJJ had some good moves as well, and they were able to find another victory. It kind of puts them right back on track, and a lot of people are chalking up the last loss to some of the draft and not playing exactly to their strengths, which they know very well, and all the other teams in the league by now know extremely well. So you kind of know what you're going to get with this Team Liquid squad, and even though they are pretty much the undisputed #1 team, I feel like people should be crafting specific plans knowing they're going up against Team Liquid,
right,
to try and exploit the early game, to try and get turn up the pace of this game and put them out of their comfort zone.
I mean, we've only seen one team be able to successfully do it so far. That was TSM, as we already said last week, but going into the second round robin, this is everybody else's chance for revenge. 100 Thieves specifically need to turn things on here. We need to see a change, like you said, in that execution. We've seen all these players perform before. Bang, Aphromoo, Ssumday, Huhi. These are all guys that have been around for a long time, and Onda has stepped up, even though he's a more recent addition. This is a squad that a lot of people had high expectations of coming into the split, and those fans are looking for these guys to really step up now when they really have no choice if they want to be contenders.
All right off the bat, Team Liquid banning away some possible flavor picks here with York. Split push, banned away from Ssumday. He has used that. Yasuo as well is really powerful right now with all the crit item changes. Could be flexed around from any of the lanes, actually.
Well, Yasuo banned away, Yorick banned away, Cassiopeia banned away by Team Liquid. 100 Thieves removing the Lucian and the Urgot. As somebody who is getting really tired of seeing Urgot all the time, I'm so happy to see them banning him now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot
just more fun.
There's a lot more room because a lot of the other champions that were right up there with them have received some sizable nerfs.
One champion that has not been nerfed is the Ezreal. Very strong pick in the bottom lane. The ability to build double tier items and scale up as a true hybrid has earned him that 63% win rate, along with an 85% presence across games thus far this split, and we'll see Doublelift on it this time around.
The analyst desk kind of touched on the poke arms race, basically, in draft phase, where last game was kind of who's grabbing which amount of long-range damage champions. Ezreal, Zoe, Jayce, Varus, all these things floating around, and currently also splitting them in this opener it is going to be very safe bottom lane. Ezreal,
Yeah.
Tahm, Kench here for Doublelift and CoreJJ. CoreJJ has been very good on Tahm Kench, both in the Devour timing, saving teammates, but also in the use of the Abyssal Voyage later in the game to supplement some of their side lane pressure and pull off some picks on the enemy carries to then get them objective wins.
That's the kind of bottom lane where if you're the jungler on the enemy team, you tell your bottom lane, good luck, have fun, see you for team fights. You don't go anywhere near that thing. Impossible to gank, get any sort of a valuable kill most of the time, as Team Liquid will go ahead and pick up the Jarvan there for themselves as well. 100 Thieves getting the Jayce, getting the Sylas. We've seen Sylas do some cool things so far, and Jayce has really started to become more and more popular himself.
Yeah, Jayce used as a jungler earlier today, used as a top laner just in this last game. So already you can see LCS effectiveness in 2 separate roles. I also really do like it mid lane as a counter pick or a switch in a flex pick into a lot of the weaker laners and some of the mages that could be abused by early lethality. So you're kind of holding this extra card above your hand at the moment, not showing really anything early on here.
What we are going to see is that Sejuani locked in for the side of 100 Thieves, making sure Onda's got some front line for these guys, as Gragas will be banned out by the Thieves going into the second part of the ban phase here. They will be looking towards those solo lanes, potentially towards the jungle, the Jarvan being a flex. Means that they do have those extra elements to think about, as Team Liquid will target the AD carry pool. They know their opponents still have to pick those bottom laners, and they want to keep Bang off of something that might be able to 1v9.
Yeah, Bang definitely has looked towards the late game and should be, theoretically how people are looking at this team was Bang and Aphromoo should be able to shot call and carry later in the game with the rest of the 3 guys kind of trying to get them through the early game. Ssumday, super strong laner and as an aggressive jungler, and Huhi's this roaming mid laner, and that's what people thought this team was going to operate as. We'll see if that does play out this way, because if you put these champions into their expected roles, you could either have a Jayce top or Jayce mid, but then Sylas in the other role, right? And Sejuani is going to be your jungler. So it's basically your solo laners given right now, and that's going to be the top half of the map. So all that's left is what do they want to scale with bottom?
Well, they won't be able to scale with a Sivir. They won't be able to scale with a Vayne. The Nocturne banned out, the Gragas banned out. Kai'Sa, another one of those very strong late game champions, so would not be surprised at all to see Bang pick that one up.
Yeah, and there's a lot of teammates that can apply crowd control to set up Bang here on this Kai'Sa. Pretty much everybody on the rest of the lineup here can apply Plasma for Bang, try and win this team fight. But Team Liquid are looking like it is going to be a little bit more cross-map play here, some answers. I like the Jarvan pick early too. It can be jungle, can be top lane as well for impact. We've seen Darshan play it tank into Jayce, and he actually did very well early on.
Yeah.
Jarvan does have the all-in potential, so it makes Jayce a little bit worried about where the enemy jungler is at all times, and the enemy support as well, especially when you're worried about something like a Tahm Kench popping up behind you. A Jarvan EQ ultimate must be respected.
Even during the absolute train wreck of a game that CLG had yesterday versus TSM, it was the Jarvan into the Jayce matchup that was the one thing that looked like it wasn't on
Shining
fire
light.
for CLG. The Jarvan actually outpacing the Jayce by about 10 farm towards the end of laning phase, so we've seen that work up there. But the lock-in for the final pick, a champion we haven't seen in a little while, Kobe, the Trundle, locked in for the side of Team Liquid.
Alrighty, Trundle on his way right back onto the Rift. Very good at tank shredding, and the Pillar is also always good at helping people hit their skill shots, like the Ezreal. I also do like it with Orianna, because I consider Orianna this kind of zone control mage, which, moving your ball around is technically a skill shot. But if you can kind of corral people into one area by creating the Pillar, creating some terrain, then you can also make it easier to hit those dissonances into your shockwaves as well.
And considering you steal a portion of your opponent's armor and magic resistance, when you're up against something like a Sejuani that has a passive that gives you armor and magic resistance, as well as an aftershock that gives you armor and magic resistance, that Trundle can get an immense amount of survivability by using the Subjugate to make sure that he can be that front line for his squad. We saw Xmithie with some clutch saves on Tahm Kench last game. CoreJJ, a guy who's been stepping up time and again for Team Liquid so far since his acquisition in the offseason. I'm sure we're going to see some similar stuff out of him as we load into the game.
And since we haven't seen Trundle in a long time, I will remind people that this is not the live Trundle. We're still on 9.3, so this is pre-buff to the Trundle, where you got the little bit of mana love on the W and a little bit of extra attack speed scaling up. But it's not; those aren't super significant buffs, and they're mainly aimed at top lane anyway. Since Xmithie's playing him in the jungle, you don't have to worry too much about your mana on that champion.
Doesn't look like we're going to see anything super out of the ordinary changed from what we remember the last time we saw Trundle. Still going for the press, the attack keystone.
He bites you, he puts a pillar up, and then he shreds your armor, magic, resistant health. There you go.
It's pretty simple
stuff. That's my Trundle card for my flash cards.
Yep.
He bites you, puts a pillar down, and shreds your tanks.
Bite, pillar, shred.
There
Three
you go.
words. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon
Those could
squeezy.
be applied to Captain Flowers as well.
What?
Sometimes you bite.
What?
You run around the pillar, and you're shredded.
What are you talking about? When have I ever ran around a pillar? All right.
I saw you do that 2 days ago.
All right, we're going into the Rift. It's the final game of the day. It's the final game of the week. And Kobe, I think some of the hot sauce must have gone to your brain, man.
It's seeping in there.
Team Liquid and 100 Thieves square it off. The first time we saw the teams, Team Liquid smashed 100 Thieves. But right now, it's 100 Thieves getting themselves off to a nice start. They'll force the flash out of impact before minions even spawn, and that could set up a nice gank for Onda after he grabs a couple levels.
Oh, man, that really hurts you. Jayce can play so aggressively already, so Jarvan is going to have a very difficult time maintaining CS in this lane. Deep ward did go down, though. You see, there is a Team Liquid ward around the Raptor pit that's going to see Anda as he goes back to his jungle right now. Meanwhile, there was a deep ward for 100 Thieves on the other side that will see any entrance into the blue buff jungle. That's the Scuttle Crab ward right there. Thank you so much, observers. There's the entrance to the blue side of Team Liquid's jungle. So everybody with a little bit of information has started out on jungler openings. They should be able to, by process of elimination, decide that they're both red.
All right, as we start off, the minions manage to collide into the lanes. We've got Ovly standing by with a sideline report.
Thanks, Flowers. Caught up with Doublelift before this game, and I really hope that he was just trolling with me. He told me that he forgot that they were even playing against 100 Thieves today, so he's feeling pretty confident going against both Aphromoo and Bang. Apparently, the solo queue game that he had is more interesting than the game that's going to be played here today, according to him. That's confident Doublelift. Let's see how it plays out.
Well, I doubt he was trolling. That sounds exactly like something he would seriously say.
Also, he literally just hit 8 skill shots in a row. I think he's hit every single Mystic shot in this game. He's landed all of them on Aphromoo and Bang, cashing in, making a lot of the kleptomancy as well.
Yeah, kleptomancy's really going to pay some dividends when you have accuracy like that. Easy farming up here for Doublelift in the bottom side. Already has himself a couple rewards there from the kleptomancy.
Blast from the past, Vision Ward for Doublelift.
Oh, baby. Season 1 players will remember this one.
What a team player.
And gets the Scuttle Crab for himself. More money in the pocket. Team Liquid feeling good here in this bottom side. Makes up for how the Jarvan's not feeling so comfortable there in the top side with the Impact losing that flash early on. Meanwhile, mid lane, Huhi trying to trade there with Jensen, but on the losing end of that.
That seems like a small point, your bottom lane pushing up and then taking the Scuttle Crab, but for me, it's so big. It really changes the dynamic of jungling. If your bottom lane can push that hard on the first 2 waves and be able to secure Scuttle Crab with the extra vision, denying it from the Sejuani on the other side. Anda just went for the full red side clear, red buff, Raptors, and Krugs. And now he's just going to get down to the blue quadrant of his jungle, but there's going to be a Scuttle Crab vision spawn waiting for him there, even though Xmithie didn't have to go over and do it himself.
You can see Impact enjoying the flashless versus Jayce lane interactions, which involve getting shot by auto attacks, getting shot by Qs, and getting very familiar with the scenery underneath your own turret. Bottom side, Doublelift has himself a farm advantage over his opponent. Not quite as much as what Ssumday has on the top side, but Kleptomancy will make up for that. Team Liquid a couple hundred gold ahead this early on versus their opponents anyway. Onda still just farming up here in the jungle. The Sejuani having some pretty potent ganks, but really coming online at level 6. We'll see if the junglers decide to just farm it up all the way, or if they want to get involved a little bit earlier.
And if I was a jungler as well in this game, you talked about it a little bit, but Sejuani looking at the bottom lane of Ezreal, Tahm, Kench is really difficult to make a play on. It's possible if your Thresh is really good and can set up on the Tahm, Kench, and you know, you have something like Flash Advantage or something like that, but CoreJJ is even taking Cleanse. So I would expect the junglers to be more worried about these solo laners. You mentioned the Jarvan Jayce lane here, which can be turned around pretty quickly by jungle pressure, but also the mid lane.
And that's one thing I want to talk about, because Jayce is a pick that you see as, he's always known as that lane bully, right? And so many times you see a team get a guy a lane bully and then say, okay, we're just going to leave him up there because he wins the matchup. Well, he needs to smash the matchup. So I like to see the junglers move towards that lane bully and look to help him make a play if they can, but right now Ssumday is more than solid, more than set up, making sure that Impact stays away from this turret.
And in order to smash the matchup, you don't have to get kills anymore. Turret plates exist in the game now, so merely Ssumday pushing up and getting this turret damage, he's going to be able to mine money off of the turret while simultaneously denying Impact income through minion kills. Ssumday already working up a pretty big advantage for himself and 100 Thieves. It is being offset a bit by the rest of the map, though, because jungle was won by Xmithie. Remember the Scuttle Crab dominance, and the bottom lane as well.
Ssumday is completely out of mana here in the top side, so it's finally time to head back to base. We'll be able to return with the TP, and if we look at where he is in terms of price points, he's going to go back shopping with a little shy of 1,300 gold. So we'll see what he decides to buy with that one. Corrupting Potion refreshes, and there is what is expected, the Serrated Dirk for the extra lethality. Penetrate
teleport gank.
And continue the poke, but they make sure that they get in there. Ssumday TP's right back into what could be certain doom. Flash is out to make sure it's not. Good job there from Xmithie, recognizing an opportunity to punish a little bit.
Yeah, nice little pillar there. Does get the flash out of Ssumday, who is super worried about both Impact and Xmithie flashing on him at the same time. Because if you let him flash on you and then you do it late, the bite from Trundle is going to apply. You get a little bit slow there, and you might get too much burst damage to be able to recover from in your lane. Currently, Sejuani hovering on the top side, trying to prevent against further repeat ganks, since now it's the Jayce that's flashless, and Impact here on the Jarvan actually has his back.
And look at Jarvan's first buy on going back. He got himself, he picked up the boots and the Ruby Crystal now, but the first shop was a cloth armor and a dark seal. Normally an item you only see on mages built into the Vegeyes, but he wants that extra potion power. Extra mana means spamming more W shields as well. Mid lane, you've got a 1 versus 1. Jensen versus Huhi, both brought down below half HP, but with Onda hanging around, Jensen does not want to force anything else.
Teleport to his bottom lane as well, so everybody just using their teleports to get right back to lane. Doublelift on the Ezreal has been able to get the tier and the Sheen purchase. That is the dream purchase for Ezreal. You get to stack up your tier, you get your big burst damage from Sheen procs as well, and everything is just going peachy for the Team Liquid duo down here.
They're having an easy time. But Kai'Sa did manage to grab a DS sword on first back, which is what Bang wants to be doing as well. So at least they haven't had a rough enough lane that they got forced out and had to go with a less appealing shop. However, it's still rough going down here as Xmithie still level 5. No ultimate yet available. Same thing can still be said for Onda. Very, very close for Xmithie. He's got one more camp to make that one happen, and then we'll see that tank shredding capability with the Subjugate. Death Sentence not going to find CoreJJ there. Just barely gets himself past the end of the projectile. This top side is another 1 versus 1 between Ssumday and Impact. Ends up going pretty even, and the general rule of laning against Jayce is even means you won. So as long as you're just making same progress with him, whether it's health bars, farm, whatever, you're doing all right.
Pretty true. Ocean Drake started up again. We're going to have another Ocean Drake death here, Captain Flowers, pretty soon.
This one did not live nearly as long as the last one did.
Really gets stolen away. 100 Thieves are bringing Anda down as well.
Thinking about it. Good job there from Team Liquid, and I like what you saw there from CoreJJ.
2-for-1 flash.
Yup, he devours his teammate, flashes over the wall. That's a deal. Buy one, get one free. They get out, they get the Drake along with it. That's the kind of play you want to see from Team Liquid. That's proactivity. That's what should define the top of your league.
It's value is what it is.
Everything they can get. Taking a trip to Value Town.
All right, meanwhile, top side, a lot of these control wards used to help maintain vision for Ssumday so he can try and continue playing aggressively. Yeah, really nice zoom out here. Well done. Observers this game are killing it. Let's hear it for the Observers. Look at that vision game.
Yeah. Thank you, Observers.
Like this
The unsung
crowd
heroes of the day.
All right, but that's all spent so that Ssumday can try and keep up a CS lead over Impact here, throwing those auto attacks as well, shock blasts into the Jarvan, who only has a flimsy little cloth armor to protect him.
Hey, he's got a dark seal and a ruby crystal too.
The dark seals protect you?
He's got a ring and a rock.
Okay.
That'll help him as well as his cloth shirt. I'm gonna argue that a cloth shirt doesn't protect you that well either. Because I'm wearing one, and I feel like I wouldn't be safe if I got shot by whatever Jayce shoots.
All right, well, maybe a Sejuani heads up there. It doesn't look like Enda's going to go for it, though. I don't know, level 6 Sejuani, they know they have full vision coverage of the area. Maybe it's just not worth his time to show, and he doesn't want to give up too much there, but the Jarvan does have to worry about that possibility, because Sejuani ultimate can be a very big playmaking ability here, so looks like they'll hold on to it, though. 100 Thieves playing fairly patient in this early game.
Ezreal's got, Doublelift has half of a Lunchable in his Ezreal inventory. He's got 2 drinks, a cookie, a little fork to eat it with. Everything down here is just all sorts of cluttered in that inventory, but he's still having a great time farming things up. 105.
It's full items. This is full build,
Yeah,
Flowers.
that's 6 items. He's already got 3,800 gold for himself, so that Trinity Force or Iceborne Gauntlet or whatever he wants to. But I always say Trinity Force because that's my personal heart-to-heart, heartfelt item. But the Iceborne Gauntlet will be coming along before you know it, and then from there,
9
things
times
only
out
get
of 10.
sweeter. 9 times out of 10, it is the
Iceborne.
Iceborne Gauntlet. I know, that's the right call. I said the wrong word, but a man can dream, Kobe. A
All
man
right,
can dream.
there's a few seconds left on the Ssumday's flash, and Xmithie headed up there just on the possibility that Ssumday would keep pushing, but Ssumday's not going to overextend himself on this Jayce. That is very important when you're playing a champion like this. If you overextend, you get ganked, you lose your lead, it can all come crashing down so quickly.
It's like you mentioned last game, the power of the split push threshold, making sure that you're at that point where you're strong enough that nobody can deal with you 1 versus 1. A single death can set that behind and make it so you no longer meet that mark. Ronda will continue clearing vision out 11 minutes into the game. Still no kills for either side. Liquid continuing to build a slight gold lead for themselves. Let's see if Onda wants to make anything happen in the top side. Nope. Just going to scuttle himself back over the wall and make sure he stays safe. He knows Xmithie's coming around, does not want to get into that fight 1 versus 1.
And remember, since we haven't seen Trundle in a while, we haven't seen Sejuani versus Trundle in a while. Big reason why Trundle's always picked into Sejuani, and we go over it every single time, is Captain Flowers!
You steal all her resistances, and then she's not a meatball, she's just a ball.
There you go. Perfect answer. Full credit, especially if she procs Aftershock and you get your ultimate off during the Aftershock and the Sejuani passive up. You steal all those resistances, then those things drop off, and she can go negative as well.
Very scary, especially when you look at the fact that the 100 Thieves lineup, that is your meatball. Yeah, you've got Sylas and you've got Thresh, who can be kind of tanky, but in terms of the guy that you want soaking damage from 5 people, it's Onda and Onda alone. So if that guy gets shredded, your team fight then becomes a lot more scary to have to deal with and play completely correctly. And as we stated during Champion Select, mechanical errors have been a big problem for 100 Thieves so far. It's CoreJJ looking to make the play here on the bottom side. Aphromoo in some trouble, going to be taken down, nearly taken out. Stopwatch keeps him alive as Jensen's now got to be careful. The shockwave's going to bring him back, and that is a big steal coming out from Huhi, but he'll be taken down instead. The slam dunk comes in, and Doublelift cashes in.
He devoured Jensen at maybe 25 HP. I thought he was one shot, but CoreJJ to the rescue. Plops him in the belly, spits him back out, and Team Liquid find themselves up 2 kills, a bunch of turret plates, and full control over bottom side. Shelly's even coming down the lane to try and help out.
Shelly's gonna make the late push up here. She'll slam into the turret, finish off those last couple of plates, and provide even more money. Doublelift makes sure he doesn't go back before the turret plating money comes in. Kaboom! See you later.
And those last couple ones are the most difficult ones because there were a bunch of players around the early plates as they fell, a bunch of magic resistant armor added to the turret. Shelly charge does true damage, so it quickly and effortlessly finishes that one off in time. Meanwhile, Ssumday, though, he did his the hard way.
Yup.
He took his hammer, and he
Old-fashioned
just
way.
knocked that turret down, collected all the plates himself as well. 100 Thieves still have a win condition open. It is the Jayce.
Let's see if Onda can make the play happen here mid. Jensen locked up, beaten down, taken out, but now can they find even more? 100 Thieves moving in there with Aphromoo, landing the death sentence. Down one Xmithie, the stun comes through. Huhi looking to find the damage. Xmithie barely getting himself away. CoreJJ also standing by here as 100 Thieves back off. They still got themselves the kill, and that's still a win.
All right, this time around, CoreJJ is not there quite quick enough. He flashes to trying to devour Jensen again, save his life. Not quite quick enough, though. 100 Thieves do get the kill finally for themselves, and looks like they're going to be able to take this dragon as well, burning it down. Xmithie's in the area, though, and Xmithie has been so good with smites throughout his career. He has no flash, so he doesn't really have a safe way to get in. He just backs off.
Somebody set the dinner table. We got plates for days in this game. 6 for each side, nearly 1,000 gold for both Team Liquid and 100 Thieves based on those turret plates alone. 24,000 gold to 23,000 gold. Still the edge for the side of TL. Checking in. I gotta do it, Kobe. We're doing a stopwatch check again. Xmithie and CoreJJ, frontliners for the side of Team Liquid. They got him. They're ready to go. Over on the side of 100 Thieves. But what's this? How are you even gonna tell the time? We got one stopwatch and it's broke. I am not a fan. You need more.
All right, no stopwatches. They don't need them. Regardless, we are pushing into the first completion of major items. Burst damage for Orianna. Jensen was able to finish up his Luden's Echo. And then Jayce, that Ghost Blade that we talked about, giving him so much push. I mean, you were talking about turret plates. 5 of the 6 that 100 Thieves took were taken by Ssumday. So all that money went to Jayce. He's the one who's eating good tonight, and he's already got his Ghost Blade.
And this is your, as you said, this is your win condition. This is your hero for 100 Thieves. This is the guy that you need to be playing around, facilitating, enabling. Because if he doesn't win, how's everybody else going to stack up? We already mentioned how Xmithie is going to really make Onda's job difficult by subjugating all the stats in the team fights. Mid lane, Jensen's still out farming Huhi. Even though it's by a little, the Sylas can still be plenty relevant as the team fights break out. But again, you really want to hit level 16 on him to steal multiple ults per team fight. And bottom side, we already talked about how much of a lead Doublelift has built up for himself. That Iceborne Gauntlet completed already, and the Mana Moon at about 600 out of 750 on that mana stack.
Yep. Currently, Bang on the Kai'Sa does have the Q evolution. He's got all the flat damage necessary. He can later combine these items into his Infinity Edge plus his Rage Blade. So the typical Kai'Sa scaling that you're used to will come through, but right now, Impact.
Nice job coming out there from the side of 100 Thieves. Onda wants to flash forward to make something happen. CoreJJ's coming in with the Abyssal Voyage, decides to cancel it out, doesn't want to bring them down because they realize they won't be able to find the catch in time, but that was the instant steal the ulti and slam the Jarvan with it coming out from Huhi. Unfortunately for him, not enough to secure the kill for 100.
Yep, very quick reaction time there. That's one of the biggest things that we point out with the Tahm Kench is how it really enables the side lane push, able to save Impact there with the threat of the Tahm Kench coming in.
It's not just the Tahm Kench, it's he always has Doublelift with him.
What has he eaten recently?
Ezreal.
Yeah, exactly.
What's in his belly? Probably somebody that's going to do a lot of damage if you let him get near you. Jensen finding some poke down onto Ssumday here. Seems like we've sort of just accepted the fact that Team Liquid has chosen to no longer put the Jarvan up against Jayce. They said, all right, Impact, you've suffered enough. We'll send Jensen up there. He can probably deal with it a little bit more handedly.
Doublelift taking some shots at his old lane opponent. Bang finally fights him off. He says he's my support now.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Ssumday on the top side, though, he might get done.
Ssumday in some trouble. CoreJJ and Doublelift looking to find the damage. The tongue seals his fate, and Jensen picks up the 300 gold.
There it is. Very, very quick usage of the Abyssal Voyage again in quick succession. Team Liquid get the kill. 100 Thieves, though, will want to answer with mid-turret. Will they get caught? They're getting collapsed upon.
Xmithie coming in, drops down the pillar. Impact goes over the wall. Aphromoo flashing away to keep himself alive. Impact finds some more. He manages to dunk 2 into the dome. He takes down Aphromoo, and Onda's still stuck. Impact doesn't want to chase it any further. Hit by the Void Seeker means that Kai'Sa could swoop in and try to finish him off, but Team Liquid will still take a 1-for-0.
Tahm Kench. He just gives you so much of an advantage in rotating from objective to objective. Top turret, they make the dive, they get the kill, they get the pick, then back to mid lane. They catch 100 Thieves with their hands in the cookie jar, trying to take down the mid turret, and they get the kill for themselves. Plus, they also have the turret advantage. Now all outers have been taken by Team Liquid.
I'm beginning to think CoreJJ can make a montage out of any champion. The man is just playing out of his mind. The saves, the rotations, everything has been a point so far here this game. That's enabled Doublelift to continue farming up as you see now. He has that first tier item fully stacked, working on the second tier now at only 18 minutes into the game. Should mean he has a rather early, maybe even around 25, 26 minutes, Seraph's Embrace, which makes for a frightening mid-game proposition for 100 Thieves to have to deal with. They're down 3,000 gold already. The lead that Team Liquid has been building has ballooned up thanks to all those outer turrets they took, as you mentioned earlier. And now Xmithie and Jensen have found Aphromoo once more. He'll try to play to get away, but it will not happen. And Jensen grabs his second kill of the game.
Yeah, Doublelift himself is almost 19K above Bang as far as gold.
You mean 1.9? He has 19K.
Yeah, 19K is a little bit too much. 1900?
Yeah. 19K. Be like, man, Kleptomancy got buffed.
Everybody's taking it now.
Yeah, why would you not take it? 19K at 19 minutes.
Get rich quick.
Some Bill Gates Ezreal skin. Doublelift does head down into the Drake pit, though. He's got Xmithie nearby, and this will be Elemental Drake number 2 for the side of Team Liquid. Mountain Drake needs that much easier to push down the turrets, grab the Barons, which Baron will be live here in 15 seconds. That's another thing you've got to be worried about for the side of 100 Thieves, who, when you look at the state of the map, Kobe, look at the wards placed down by Team Liquid in the enemy jungle.
I'm
They're all
looking.
so aggressive. You've got them next to the enemy Raptor camp. You've got them on the backside of the enemy blue, watching those paths. 100 Thieves have to be so scared to walk into their own territory.
What's the most aggressive ward skin to go with your aggressively placed wards then, Mr. Flowers?
There's like some spooky hands and swords and stuff. Just get one of the scary
One of the Halloween ones?
Yeah, get a Halloween one. Any Halloween thing.
Fair enough. Xmithie and the rest of Team Liquid will take this opportunity to reset. Impact drops one more semi-aggressively placed ward here, which immediately will get cleared out by 100 Thieves. That being said, Team Liquid, as you said, I mean, they have they have so much. We'll just move right past that one. They have so much control over the neutral ground in this game.
100 Thieves are trying to come in, maybe collapse on something here in the mid lane, but they won't find a whole lot. Put a couple of dents down into the health bars. Onda tries to go in on the Doublelift, not really going to find much of anything. Two-shot barrage fired off after being stolen, but Huhi's going to get nothing but air on that one. 100 Thieves now having to back themselves away. Xmithie continues to soak damage, but it's not really that big of a deal as Impact will split.
And with a big commitment like that, 100 Thieves send 5 people mid, Team Liquid get pressure on both sides. So now you can see kind of the ebb and flow of pressure in this game. The minion waves move up. That means 100 Thieves then have to spread back out. They catch all these minions at their turrets and allows them for Team Liquid to actually move back into the jungle and replace all the wards that were taken down. They chip away at these objectives, and they have a pretty clear path here surrounding Baron that is full of their own vision and devoid of 100 Thieves wards.
You gotta ask, if you're on the side of 100 Thieves, how do we recover from this point? Because things are just getting worse and worse. You haven't stopped the bleeding. You're losing control over everything in your own side of the jungle. Your jungler's having to retreat now and get himself away, and even when you try to make a play in the mid lane, you can't get anything.
I would say try and just stem the bleeding while you wait for your Rage Blade on Kai'Sa. Bang does need one more item. You can see he only has the flat attack damage right now. You've got Infinity Edge plus your extra pickaxe here that he used to evolve his Q. But before you get some, Rage Blade stacking with the extra attack speed and the passive going quicker, Kai'Sa doesn't really have the same carry potential. Meanwhile, Ezreal, as you can see, is able to do a lot of damage right now on only 2 items to the support here, chunking out Aphromoo with a couple of skill shots landing. Plus, he's much more defensive as well and very hard to take out.
Bottom side, Ssumday will continue trying to deal with this split push coming in from Impact, who has honestly just been left to his own devices in the bottom lane. Team Liquid saying, look, we got this. You can keep farming. You can split up. We know you had a rough laning phase. And Impact's done a good job of staying relevant in the game despite the rough laning. Now finds himself 1 versus 1 against Ssumday, and right as I sing his praises, he finds himself in some trouble. There comes those stopwatches I'm talking about. Flash into the Bower for the save, and Doublelift cleans them up. That's why you need stopwatch in your inventory.
We need a CoreJJ dressing up as a medic here, coming around to save everybody's lives. He flashes once again. This time he's there in time, takes Impact back to safety. They take the turret afterwards. And this is looking like another complete victory for Team Liquid. Here's how it all started. Ssumday in the brush. He didn't hit that shock blast. That might have been the difference between the
Pretty
timing.
sure it was.
Now, very, very close, but Impact, he calls for CoreJJ, and he says, I've got a stopwatch. Is that enough time? Thank you, sir. And Doublelift is able to arrive, pick up the kill for them as well.
Redemption for CoreJJ means more ability to influence fights, skirmishes from further away here as well. And if you look at Doublelift now having the Archangel staff completed, that stacking is going to continue. Has Vamp Scepter in inventory for the next item. We usually see that build into something like a Gunblade, so even more poke potential, even more hybrid stats.
For the side of 100 Thieves, they have at least gotten that Rage Blade I was looking for Kai'Sa. So 2 items completed here on Bang. They also have, oh man, Nando tries to get the flank in there. I mean, you got to take those shots. I like that he's looking for these shots on Doublelift. If they can lock up the Ezreal, no, there is no QSS.
But there's a Kench.
Oh, okay, the Kench is right there.
Yeah, he's not even on the bench.
Fair enough.
Right next to him all the time. This is pretty much textbook Kench play. Always next to the AD carry no matter what. Brings him into every fight. Makes sure he's got maximum involvement in everything. And then if there's not a play to be made, you sit right on top of him so your opponents can never stop the farm train.
That's what he's doing right now. Look at him. He's hugging him.
He's just like, I got nothing better to do than follow you around. 24 minutes into the game. Doublelift up to 280 farm, the highest in the game. Second closest is his own mid laner at 260. And look at the gold, 11.7k, nearly 3,000 above his lane opponent.
Yeah. Nah, no, it's no 19 though. Call me back when.
Yeah, all right, we'll call you when he gets 19k ahead of the Kai'Sa. I think we might have to put you on hold for a while on that one.
I mean, you said I didn't have high enough standards.
Okay, well, okay, you're on some.
I have raised my
You're on
standards.
some Hollywood standards now. I don't know what's going on, but we got to find a happy medium for you in here somewhere. But Team Liquid is not going to be happy with anything less than complete takeover of this map. They're currently shoving into the tier 2s. They have those standing nowhere. And they're pushing up past them, setting down the wards as they go. Again, you can always tell the state of the map by where the wards are being placed. If one team is always warding in the enemy side's jungle, you know that other side is in a bad spot. Impact tries to go in there, takes a couple of skill shots for his trouble. 100 Thieves keeping themselves safe, but it's still Team Liquid on the aggro.
It's interesting how Team Liquid are not pulling the trigger on setting up this Baron. When they have completely starved 100 Thieves of vision, they're still playing it. I mean, it's only 26 minutes into the game, but they're still playing it without extending any sort of possible olive branch or any opening for 100 Thieves to make one of those team fights turn around in their favor. They are going to give up a lot of positioning around the Baron. This is good timing for 100 Thieves to get some vision back that lead up to this very important objective. Team Liquid took a stop there and got the Ocean Drake instead on their recall.
But at the same time, Team Liquid coordinated. They know now's the time for Baron. Look at the inventory. Take note, solo queue heroes. This is what you need. Baron is one with control wards, 2 in the inventory for every player on the side of Team Liquid, so they can move up and make a war of vision attrition here around the Baron pit. You're going to see them spot out a couple of those vision wards from the side of 100 Thieves, and as the map gets darker, things get scarier for the side of 100 Thieves. Everybody's going to be afraid of the dark on this one because that Baron could be taken at any point. There's so much damage on the side of TL.
Yeah, the only thing you cannot clear out with control wards, no matter how much you pay for, is... Yeah, the observers have it correct. Scuttle Crab. The Scuttle Crab cannot be bought, Steve.
He's got high standards. You can't just pay him off. He's immune to the bribe. As 100 Thieves will try to fight for vision in their own side of the jungle here. Control Ward going to be bopped out by Xmithie, making sure that they don't let 100 Thieves have even an inch. As Impact continues to push on the bottom side of the map, has the TP ready to go if he has to join the rest of his team. Ssumday also has a TP ready, but you can see him hanging around with the rest of the team for now. He doesn't want to even have to wait the 4 seconds for the TP to complete. He just wants to be there for the fight, but now he has to go answer Impact.
All right, Team Liquid closing in. Impact's got those minions all the way up to the turret. Likewise for Jensen and mid lane. Gonna get these lines all the way up to the inhibitor turrets. Not a lot of damage actually sustained by the actual structures. 100 Thieves still keeping their defenses on the last line very strong. So they don't have to panic yet, and they're still looking for that opportunity to strike back. They need a very, very good numbers advantage, timing window to be able to pull this off because they have fallen very far behind in gold. So their actual power in inventory from items purchased is far below. Now they're getting chased out.
Xmithie throws down the pillar, but the Lantern is there to keep on the safe. Team Liquid still just in complete control of this one. You say that 100 Thieves is looking for a small window, but at this point, it's just a hole in the wall you can barely see through.
Get your drill out.
Yeah, you're going to need a drill to try to make something out of this because 100 Thieves are just in a spot where they're 7,000 gold behind. Team Liquid has complete control over the area. Onda will need to make some sort of a miracle steal onto the Baron buff. Impact looking to block him away. CoreJJ devours the enemy jungler, wards the Lantern, and seals his fate. CoreJJ, that That man is a monster.
He does it all, Captain Flowers. CoreJJ is going to be able to devour Onda, and that is now going to be a 5v4 Baron power play. Team Liquid are knocking at the door.
Team Liquid should have nothing stopping them now. It's a 4 versus 5 for a team that is very far behind. 100 Thieves have no way to defend against this one. They just have to watch as the turrets and inhibitors are turned to rubble, and you can see Impact already priming the next wave there in the top lane.
All right, looks like it might be a partial reset here for Team Liquid. Everybody going back with their Baron cash to spend one more round.
And I think one more round is all that's left in the tank for this one, Kobe. It's very dire for the side of 100 Thieves. I don't really think there's anything you can do besides pray for critical Team Liquid errors. But at this point, Team Liquid has played this game so slowly, so methodically. As you already mentioned, they're not giving their opponents any sort of a chance to claw their way back in this one, not taking those unnecessary risks. I really don't see them all of a sudden just deciding to go completely crazy and ram their head into the wall of 100 Thieves. And how do you even deal with this?
You gotta go on Jensen.
There's a way.
Everybody go!
Back into the brush.
Yeah.
There's not much, man.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
much.
there's not very many opportunities, so you kind of have to group up as 5 and just try and pounce on someone. Throw the Sejuani ultimate, throw the Sylas at him, throw the Thresh as well, and just hope you can lock one person down, kill him off quick enough before too many defenders arrive.
You know what the problem is? Ssumday's only got one Ghost Blade.
What the problem is? Ah, I see.
Yeah, only one Ghost Blade for Ssumday. We learned last game he needed 2.
Yeah, and then you sell it for the Duskblade, so he kind of
You skipped a step. You've got to, it's all about the methodology. Turret under siege, already taken down before the Thieves can even get in position to deal with this. This is what I was talking about with that Ezreal. Once the 2 tier items are completed, the damage is absolutely obnoxious. So much from so far away. As Team Liquid keep themselves in a good spot. The ulti came out from Onda, doesn't accomplish anything. That's a big tool, no longer available to use. Huhi goes ahead, steals the subjugation from the Trundle. Maybe that'll soften somebody on Team Liquid up enough for them to be able to find themselves a kill, but it's highly unlikely. Impact still on the top side, pushing onto this tier 3 turret. The rest of Team Liquid applying pressure to the Nexus turrets. Look at how much damage Doublelift is doing. 100 Thieves are almost completely out of options. The dump comes in and Team Liquid goes for it. Huhi goes into the stasis immediately. Impact gonna be soaking some damage. Shockwave not gonna find much of anything. Everybody from the Thieves still alive, but ever so barely. Nexus now gonna be the target. Team Liquid doesn't even need the kill. Ssumday runs in. He's finally got the stop once, but it's too damn little, too damn late, and Team Liquid will start the second round robin, just like the first.
And that's gonna do it for our halfway point of the LCS Spring. How did you enjoy yourself, Captain Flowers?
This was quite an adventure here for Team Liquid. These guys have shown time and time and time and time and time, except not that time with TSM, and time again, how strong of a team they are.
I like that one quite nicely. Yeah, they definitely seem destined for the finals once again, headed that way. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves, a team that was also in the finals versus Team Liquid just 1 year ago in spring, seem like they have a hole to dig themselves out of right now.
Absolutely, and I want to, again, sing the praises of CoreJJ. You heard it 100 times during the cast. You're going to hear it 100 times more over the course of this split because this guy just performs game after game after game after game. Always there to save allies, always there to make the rotational plays, always there for the catches. Every single time this Kench needed to be doing something, he was there.
Definitely deserving of high praise here, and it makes a lot of sense when the team with back-to-back championships makes upgrades in 2 positions.
Yeah.
They're going to be formidable.
CoreJJ and Doublelift showing that they are the bot lane to compete with in
But
LCS right now.
Team Liquid haven't shown me that they can win an LCS game while eating hot sauce. I casted one
Next
while eating hot sauce.
challenge. You heard him, Team Liquid. You heard him, Steve.
Then I'll be in.
It's time for some hot sauce chips next time, maybe. We'll see. Maybe if week 9 they're guaranteed locked into first seed or something like that. They just go all out, do the hot sauce chip eating challenge.
You know, Xmithie has to play Lee Sin actually blindfolded
Yeah,
or
you
something.
have to all cosplayer characters while eating chips. And then we release a skin line of those characters eating chips. This, I'm printing money. But to break down that win and close out the day, let's send it back to the State Farm Analyst Desk.
Thank you very much, Captain Flowers. TL with another big win here to start the second half of the split, the back nine. 9-1 is their record here. Solid, almost easy win against 100 Thieves, even with a few things not going their way right out the gate at level 1.
Yeah, I mean, Impact losing his flash and Jarvan versus Jayce is probably not going to be a fun time.
Not ideal.
You fell
You're
behind.
in a poor matchup, and then you have no flash.
Yeah, and you saw him kind of lose a TP, but it was fine because bot side of the map was going great, and they helped him out a lot.
Right, I think something really cool is CoreJJ's use of his ultimates. He had 3 different ones where he was able to go through a sideline this game and got something going for his team. He had this one here early in the game, then mid-game he rotates to mid lane with Doublelift, and then you see a 1-3-1 coming from Team Liquid, where I think CoreJJ just keeps ulting off through the side lanes and like, hey, I'm here, you're not 1v1ing my side laner.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Impact stayed cool, got his farm, then was able to start slam dunking kids, and like we said, CoreJJ, absolutely monstrous pick off, and the Jayce never really got off the ground. They did have Sejuani kind of hovering a little bit, but they didn't translate that into kills. You kind of heard the casters talking about how you kind of need to slam lane as Jayce. Probably didn't slam lane hard enough, and then eventually, yeah, Team Liquid just so slow and controlled around neutral objectives. It's like you don't have a chance to find a crack in the armor because it's just like we wait until there's no hope for you to potentially contest this objective.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where it feels like Team Liquid took a couple early punches to the face, but they're just too resilient. Then they recover almost too quickly, and from there, they win out through team play, macro play, and just ultimately control over the map.
Right, and it sounds weird for me to say this, but watching that game was really boring, not because like they didn't, like
You can say it.
they had no, they were never in danger of losing, right?
Right.
But I felt as if they could have done that Baron about 5 minutes earlier than they did. They had full vision control over on the red side for, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and they had the items to damage to kill it, and I felt it was like watching them versus C9 when they have a lead. C9 would have taken that Baron earlier. Now, you might argue that's riskier, sure, but like, I feel like Team Liquid is able to do that too, because when you're at the top, what do you do next, right? You have to improve and get better. And it sounds weird, but if you're just dominating your teammate, like your enemies, the only thing you can do to be better is to dominate them quicker.
Yep.
I don't know. It sounds weird to say.
No, I think it totally holds up because when you get to, international competition, they're not going to be 100 Thieves sitting there and just bleeding out on the floor like what that Jayce 1v1 that didn't work out. Like maybe against a top tier team that works out better for them, and then it's this weird skirmish in the bot lane where you're trying to kill the Jayce, and like you don't get to play this slow versus top international competition.
Yeah, it's a phrase that I know Ezreal has used multiple times, the idea of high percentage plays. I think multiple people have used it. And in cases of watching Team Liquid, it feels like they're looking for the 100% plays. And maybe that's where some of their, the breadth of time over which they set a play up can exist. Cloud9, they're willing to go for the 80% play. It's still well in their favor, but they're like, you know what? It's actually, it's more beneficial to us to take this 5 minutes earlier than to wait 5 minutes for what might be guaranteed.
And also, to be fair, I mean, Cloud9 is usually playing a little bit more explosive comps, like Tahm, Kench, Ezreal, Orianna, Trundle, like, they don't really have the
diving a turret.
you don't really have the tools with those four to like, let's go, and like the Jarvan you had was against the Jayce. So like you don't really have like the Sylas on your side where you have Niski playing that and stuff. So it is true, it's not just play style, it's also the compositions that they lean towards, but we do want to see them pick the pace up a little bit.
Right. You look at the average game time, right? And they're 9-1, but the average game win is pretty slow, I believe. And C9's is a lot quicker, I believe, by a couple of minutes. And it's just the argument is like, how do you get better from where you are? You're 9-1 dominating. Do you keep doing what you're doing, which is fine because you're destroying the league, or do you try and improve and do things better? And taking earlier Barons or earlier objectives is ways to figure out how to get better because you don't give time for the enemy to come back. Sure, you can bleed them out, but you can also just make them lose the game at 25 minutes.
Yeah, we're nitpicking here for Team Liquid as they continue to look good here in this spring split. I want to talk about 100 Thieves in this loss, though, as well. Huhi picks up the Sylas. It's the third one we saw today, and it took a loss here. I know we have some qualms with maybe the way he opted into this mid lane matchup, either build, runes, what have you.
Yeah, I mean, I really like what I've seen out of the Bjergsen and Niski builds where they're going for, instead of the grasp, you go for the aftershock, and then you also prefer the Rod of Ages. And so it feels a little bit better, a little bit stronger laning phase, and then you're able to, I feel like, get items faster. Here, he had Merc Treads early and double Dorans. and Aether Wisp. It's like, that's not very much threat. And you saw when he tried to kill Impact one time in the side lane, had nothing backing him up.
Right. If you're rushing Lich Bane on a champion, you're basically saying, hey, I'm stronger than you, I can kill you, I'm going to fight you and bully you out of lane. But throughout that entire lane phase, it never felt as if he had the advantage to put himself in that 1v1 situation where he can win. So if you're in a losing situation, you don't try to build more and more and more damage to try and kill him. You should build some sustain, Ravage, and try and scale. So I think it's a bit questionable, the things he built and the way he played, but, you know, I'm sure it went well for him in practice.
Yeah, Merktreads contradicts Lich Bane kind of in that sense of both coming in early. The other interesting thing about this matchup for me is the fact that it was our Spring Split finals from last year. And in a sense, oh, how far 100 Thieves have fallen. But I think if we recall to Spring Split of last year, with 8 games still left to go, 100 Thieves, without a doubt, has the room to make a similar climb and a similar run that they did just last year to get into that playoff positioning. But now it's a matter of what they need to change and fix in order to become that team.
Yeah, it's weird because I think last time that they went through that surge, you also saw that was around when Echo Fox started struggling, but in Cloud9 started struggling a little bit, and they kind of powered through a lot of teams to, in the last day, clinch first place. And this time, the other top teams feel a lot better, so they themselves really need to improve and figure out how this team wants to play the game, because they had a great early game yesterday, and it completely fell apart. And today's early game was okay, but then their mid game is non-existent.
Right. Last split, they went 8-1 in the last 9 games.
Something
and
like that.
I don't foresee them doing it this time around. Like, you look at the competition in this season, and they're a lot closer than they were last season. I don't think all the teams are like that amazing. There are some that clearly stick out from the others, but it's not like 100 Thieves is gonna come out of nowhere and go 8-1 again, because the competition seemed to all relatively be around the same skill level, in the middle of the pack.
Well, 100 Thieves continue to struggle. Team Liquid continue to impress. It's time for us to check in on where the teams stack up before we call it a weekend. TSM ends the day in 3rd behind Team Liquid and Cloud9, while that clump moves up to 5th, where CounterLogic Gaming, Echo Fox, Golden Guardians, and Optic Gaming are all sitting at 4 and 6. Let's see how the analysts did when it came to predictions today.
Oh, baby.
Mark Z turning it on back half of the
5-0.
split.
I told you, I wasn't worried. Remember, we had the overreaction
That's
day
true.
2, like after my 0-5 day
you-
mark, are you worried? No.
No, not worried at all, man. Not worried
Usually
at
when
all.
people feel very confident, they get hit the very next day. So I'm looking forward to Saturday when the 0-5 comes back in after his
It's like the veteran after, like, you know, it's hard to get up for the regular season when you've been around the block so
Right,
many
yeah,
times.
down the stretch, you'll turn it on.
Yeah,
Proud
when I,
of the
need, when I need
50%,
to.
but
For now, he's
When I need to.
resting those muscles. Hi, you've got a comfortable lead there in the predictions game, though.
Still
So
four out of
you're
four.
not worried, are you?
I had a pretty rough weekend, actually. I think I went like 5 and 10. I don't accept 50%. I think that's a pretty bad
live in
score.
it.
Personally, being raised, you know, anything less than an A is a bad percentage, and even an A is
Well,
pushing
your
it, right?
percentage right now
Yeah,
is in an A.
I'm definitely not close, so my parents aren't happy right
I'll be
now.
honest,
so I'm
getting an
working on
A
it.
on predictions would be amazing.
That would be
that's
really
very impressive.
That's the goal, though. You have to try and improve in it,
Shoot
right?
for the moon, baby. Shoot for the moon.
Yep.
Well, this weekend, we had some absolute smashes, and you made sure to call out the plays for this week's LCS Big Plays. First up, Twisted Jin was thoroughly impressed with Clutch's support, Vulcan, specifically with that flash follow onto Deathly.
Going in onto Deathly. Great job disarming him. Pick the SG. This is gonna hurt. A nice pulverize coming through. Contracts over the wall on the blast cone, but he does not want to take that resonating strike.
Watch Vulcan. He's gonna go W. Same time they flash. He read him so hard that he's going to flash up, not down, in that exact spot. That is how you make a play.
That was pretty gross.
I think Zyrene said that is how you make a play, right there, simply put.
It's one of those times where you just know what he's going to do, and like, hey, you're doing this, I know it, I'm doing it too.
It's predictive, right?
Right,
At that
right.
point, it's not reactive, it's predictive.
I'm
You
the
know
better
it.
player in this situation.
What was the phrase we were saying? Keylogged. Because we want to come
Yeah.
up with a new phrase for like when you know how someone's going to play, they're keylogged. Kobe,
Shouts of agreement from the cooldown set over there. Thank you very much, Kobe. Next up, Josh E. Tyler repeated the mantra for Smoothie's Thresh. We will smurf, our wrath will be swift.
See both junglers hanging out top. Oh, the
Smoothie again!
Bottom side, it's Smoothie setting things up daily, nightly, and ever so rightly.
Got a very big problem on the bottom side. And it might
Speaking of
get
that
bigger!
problem on the bottom side, Sven's got his ulti. He's going in. He needs one more shot to do it, and the heal makes it happen.
Gonna roam up here, right through the brush, Balfrost. Oh my god, that went right past the minion.
Ooh, bottom side.
You gotta be kidding me. This bottom lane is getting annihilated.
Just single-handedly won that game.
It's so funny too because like the historic winner is Sven. But
Right.
like 5 years from now, are we gonna remember that like the reason he had the largest goal differential ever was because Xmithie 1v9 that game?
I don't know if we will. Hopefully we do because
Someone
of that
remind us.
tweet right there. We're calling it out now so we won't forget. But it's great to see a support player grabbing in honors like that. Finally, M. Koopa called out the poetic play from Niski as he used Sylas' ultimate expertly.
They should even get a play here, too, so Stixie is going to be very, very rich.
Though. So he gets the 80 gold, shares it with Big Limit. Here
Niski.
comes Niski. He's gonna find the dunk right away. Using the cage against him. He's definitely helping on this one. Finds the stun as well. And a double kill for the Cloud9 mid laner.
One of our successful Sylases today.
Right, that ultimate was actually really sick. I don't know if he actually planned it to go the exact way it did, but he pushed Kai'Sa away from it so that if Kai'Sa was in there, she would have just flashed over and would have lived. But the fact that he got the ulti and pushed her away from it, she had nowhere to run and was dead. I'm going to say that's partial luck, but it looked really cool.
All calculated. I want to see next time the C9 guys are on the cooldown, I want to see the Sylas 1v1.
That would be so sweet. FLICKR versus Niski, 1v1
And they have the
Sylas.
same champions
with four
Five
teammates.
bots.
4 teammates.
My
or
money's
whatever
on
for each
Niski
of
on that
them.
one.
that
Personally
Niski?
speaking, yeah, for sure.
I love the idea of a level 16 Sylas ultimate battle.
What champions would you
essentially.
put there, though? You get 4 for each team, right?
Maybe you just take the most picked in every role. That is not their role.
Right, so you get like a Lucian and
So
Alistar.
he's playing top. So Licorice is playing top lane Sylas, and Niski's
Oh,
playing
so
mid
he
lane
gets a
Sylas.
mid lane
So there
ult.
will be one difference, is where Licorice gets a mid laner and Niski gets a top laner, because that's how they'd be playing in a game. It's only natural, right?
Yeah, but I just know
Maybe
this is
unfair.
weird.
This is too complicated. It's never gonna happen.
We're gonna make this work.
Okay.
I'm at least gonna
Get
push
all
for
the
it.
like the production people like log in, go AFK.
Figure it out.
Just a bunch of bots running around. All right, keep the tweets coming all the way to St. Louis so we can keep on sharing the plays that you, or rather make you, pop off. That's going to do it for us here at the desk, so we're going to send it over to Freak for LCS Cooldown.
Freak and
It's Freak and the receiving end of LCS big plays. We got Chronologic Gaming's Darshan and Wiggly. Kobe is here hanging out as well and yelling when it's not his turn. Do you want to do more of the intros? You seem like you're ready to go.
my turn now. Thanks, Freak.
All right. What do we got for ourselves today, Kobe?
Huh?
What do we got for ourselves today?
Well, we've got Darshan and Wiggly. How's it going? Welcome to the show.
Well, we had our first O2 week, so perfect time to do some cooldown.
Feeling pepped. Yeah, you know, it was an unlucky weekend. I mean, I still think you guys are like a playoff caliber team, and you unfortunately played 2 of the stronger teams in the league, so it was.
They're still
it was a
4-6,
harder week.
so-
yeah, right. Like, you guys are
yeah.
in playoffs right now, so I mean, I feel like it's pretty decent. Of course, all of our shows end with 1v1. This will be a different kind of 1v1. Darshan's amazing, smooth and sultry voice is against Kobe's.
Bad.
Voice.
Very bad. Bad singer.
Yeah, you haven't uploaded a song to YouTube channel in a while. I'm sad about that, but
Yeah, I've been taking lessons, but soon.
Okay.
I wanted to get ready for the cooldown. I want to do something special. I heard you wrote some of the songs yourself.
I wrote 2 of them. We'll see. I tried to match the rhyme schemes, the syllables. We'll see what happens. Either way, though, before we get to the singing, so stay tuned for that. We have Science Speedway on the docket, where we put our pros to the test on a makeshift racetrack around Summoner's Rift. Huhi, by the way, has been crushing it. He was number 2 last year. He's number 1 so far. There is room for improvement for world record. It's possible. Are you feeling it?
It's my Scion. What can I say? 3-0 in the LCS.
Yep.
If I can't be the best speedman Scion racer, like, come on.
Yeah.
Scion Spartan.
It's gonna happen. So as
I
the
beat
new
you.
player on the block, Wiggly, you have to go first. You get the honors or the privilege or whatever you want it to be. I'll get on up there, and I trust in your. You've played 1 Scion game, you told me. So
Yeah, I played like 1 or 2 of the new Scions, so that should be enough, I think, to beat.
Yo,
Darshan
you never
at least.
have you tried the Jungle Scion?
apparently not. Or
Double
he's like
Scion?
the scrim strats.
Yeah.
No way.
All right. Well,
right.
when you're ready, slash unpause, and
All right.
and it starts. Oh, okay. We've unpaused.
Wait. Oh, can I start right away? Or?
Yeah, go.
Let-
All right. All right.
We have the technology. Don't freak out.
Oh,
no. Okay. That's already 1 wall. That's okay. He's got this.
All right.
Oh, you used
All
the
right.
flash there?
I mean, I guess. Technically, it's the same distance always, no matter what, because you can't cheat walls with it.
How's he doing, Darshan?
He's doing all right. I don't think he'll be able to beat the best time, but
No.
it's not bad. I mean,
He
he's
might be
doing
the
a
kid.
lot of running.
Wait, how am I supposed to ult through that?
I
Play
mean,
more
Darshan
Scion.
knows.
Play more Scion.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, like that's
Actually, I probably shouldn't smack talk because I'm probably.
No. Don't worry, you're MVP material on this one.
Wait. He flashed.
Yep, nobody saw that. That flashed again.
All right, when the laser turns on is when time stops. So,
Okay.
you know, decent dies twice because Scion. All right, hey, good job, good job. No, that was great.
I think you did great.
I think you're not in last.
It's not
I
as
think
bad as
for
Kobe
sure
singing.
you're not in
Wait,
last.
44
It's definitely
seconds
not going to be as bad.
Isn't that
as
actually
I
pretty
think.
good?
What was it?
Huh?
What's the fastest time again? Like 40?
43? Yeah, what was he?
44.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Oh, let's go.
He was running
Why are you guys
clean.
like
Speedway. That's
You're
not
actually
Speedway.
clean. Wiggly is number 6. That's 45. 'Cause I think he flashed twice.
I see.
I think you flashed twice. Yeah, you flashed twice.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys were all making fun of me the whole time, and I actually didn't even do that bad. What the heck?
No, I mean, it was fine. I mean, look at Acadian over there, the 51-9. Like, come on.
Better jungle.
We're just toxic over here.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I hope I can match that performance with my.
All right, I'm
Seems a
excited.
better
Alright,
sign
here
than
we go.
Sean.
Bringing out the
All
big
right.
guns.
Yo, I believe in this one.
I'm the better sign.
There we go. That would be that would be amazing. That's the role swap actually. You just take top lane.
So I
Darshan's a-
slash unpause and then I just zoom out there.
yeah. The second it unpauses, that's actually go.
Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Well, I can do better than I did in LCS today. Go, baby.
I think that's a guarantee.
Oh
my God.
You really didn't have to add that in there.
He was just about to start, dude. You're tilting.
No, I believe. I legit believe.
Oh, Jesus. Whoa. See, like, you're tilting me right before.
The menu came up.
I'm sorry.
Woo!
Oh, I was curved.
I like that he went all the way around that dummy, though.
Oh, yeah, it's decent. All right. So here's the part of the jungle he goes
Okay.
through.
No, what?
Oh no!
No!
That's actually so
No, 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 no.
unlucky. That's not even on you. Yeah, so you speedman through those.
Okay.
Okay.
Nah.
It's not that bad.
How close am I? What's my time at?
39, 40,
No,
41, 42, 43.
No,
All right, not a
no!
record, but that wasn't actually that bad. I think you'd be Wiggly though. It's
Who
close.
cares, though?
I know.
What?
If you're not first, you're last.
What do you mean, who cares? It should be an honor to
If
be
you're
me.
not first, you're last.
I don't think that's
Let's see
first.
who's a better sign, actually. I'm pretty sure I won, actually.
Ooh. Was he? You got actually some unlucky bounces though. The one in top jungle was
Yeah.
fraudulent.
That one was painful.
I went for the running strat.
Game
no,
got rigged.
no ults.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure like what the exact guidelines are. Do you just turn when you see the blue thing, or you got to go over it? or-
You got Broken
bit.
Blade, you got Wiggly Beat.
Oh.
I lost.
you
That's
barely.
solid. That's
wait.
solid. That's solid.
The only reason why you beat me is because I flashed
Yeah, don't
twice.
flash twice.
300ths off of fourth, by the way. Like you're right behind invert. Like only half a second under gate. Like that. I mean, it was almost top 3, man.
I like the big and gate, the double support duo right at the top.
Yep.
The optic block.
Yeah.
Respectable.
With Huhi just sitting above.
Yeah, who knew the clean?
Wasn't he one of the first to do it?
Yeah. He did it. No, he was last week actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
was
really?
Last
decent.
week. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Demonte did nothing, but Huhi was actually pretty clean. Turns out he's good at tanks. Either way, some pretty good runs there overall. Next up, we're going to introduce you to our next LCS game. No, you didn't see that. Spoiler alert. That's going to exist later on. We have taken the opinions of our live studio audience to fill in the board, and we'll put our players to the test to see how well they know the fans. If you guys guess 15 sort of correct answers, there's like 22 overall. There's like 5 categories with about 7 answers each, something around there. Then you guys win a prize. It's going to be exciting. Riv, tell them what they're playing for.
The victorious team will be going home with a brand new car. It's just a cake. Just kidding, it's a cake.
I saw that
Come
cake
on.
in the fridge and I really wanted to eat it, but
Well, good.
I'm not the kind of person who just eats stuff that isn't mine. I didn't do it,
Yep.
but I'm gonna get that cake.
Get that bread.
Earn that cake.
I'm gonna get
It's literally
There
bread.
is bread in that cake,
Exactly.
which I will get.
We were on the same wavelength. That was good. Okay, so that's pretty much all there is to it. You're going to take turns guessing, and as long as you get the category right, you can keep going. Each category you get right is a point. If you guess wrong, Kobe has a chance to jump in and steal.
Oh, cool.
And 3 wrong guesses, we move on to the next category.
Okay.
So Kobe can deny you cake. That way you
My
get the
bread.
part that you're mad about. So first up is our first question. There's 5 possible answers according to our audience. What are the most annoying mains? We're talking champion mains.
Yasuo, right?
What would the fans say?
Okay, so Wiggly opens up with Yasuo.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Darshan's choice.
Clean.
Teemo.
Teemo's in there at number 5.
Only.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So what are the 3 people put above Teemo?
Zoe.
Yeah, that's got it.
Wiggly's got this on lock, by the way. He's got one too.
Oh, man.
All right, Darshan.
Riven?
Yep.
Oh, yes, I'm too.
Okay.
Zed?
Hey,
No.
Kobe, you're not honestly
Graves?
wrong. Oh, you're,
Or am I sabotaging
you're
myself?
sabotaging.
It's not Zed or Graves. Oh, man.
Vayne?
Vayne,
No. He said it.
Oh, I got it right.
Thank you.
I got
You're
you.
so clean.
Okay, I mean,
Wow.
yeah, good stuff, good stuff.
5-0
Easy
start.
I could feel.
You are 1/3 of the way to a cake. And there's like 4 categories, so I mean,
I just want somebody to have some cake.
someone's getting cake
I'm
no matter
helping
what. All right, this one's an easy one. Next question. What is Darshan's best champion? Oh, 5 answers.
What would the fans say?
Wait, when did they do this though? That's
This was like today.
Oh,
It
today?
was, no,
It was like yesterday.
Yeah, it was
today.
yesterday. It was actually yesterday.
Scion?
Of course. So that's number 1.
What?
A third of the responses.
Yo, let me get a
on.
Naxxus.
Urgot?
It goes to Kobe. You
I
can
get to
start
steal?
Come on. You're stealing the category.
Fans gotta
Oh.
say Jax, right? Jax.
No, they hate me.
I
think I'm
actually
the
want to
like
see a
tank.
Naxxus. Even, I don't know if they're old, if
Naxxus
they
is
remember
number
that.
5.
I got one.
Yep. It's still yours, I'm pretty sure.
I get to keep going?
I think you keep going till
wait,
you're wrong.
oh, no, wait,
That
no.
didn't
Kobe
count.
gets the cat. Oh, no, it's back over.
Yeah, I know,
Okay, so he
okay.
took a point. He took an answer from you guys.
Jax.
Jack's number 2. Yeah, there's still the respect in there.
Gnar?
I like how almost all of them were
Gnar?
Scion, though. Everything
Yeah.
else was way lower.
Everything's
What's the
way
split
lower.
victory?
All right, Kobe, you get to deny another one. There are 2 other answers.
What have you even played?
He had a Jarvan game.
Jarvan was good. That was a good one.
Nope.
It was recent.
Nope.
It was recent.
All right. Okay, that's all 3
Shyvana.
wrong already.
Shyvana.
It's already over. The other 2 answers were Yasuo and a Spring Finals.
Oh.
Yep. And none.
No! Oh my God!
Champion!
Champion!
We didn't write answers, by the way. They wrote that in.
Yeah.
They
This
wrote
was multiple
none.
choice.
Multiple people wrote in none. Oh my God!
Some savage.
I'll let you know I wrote Scion. Like, I believed in the tank, but... All right. So, third question.
Jesus. It's all right.
All right, the question is, what is the surest sign of vein spotting? And for those at home who don't know what vein spotting is, it's when a vein just hardens your game.
That's a weird question to me.
What are the 6 surest symptoms or signs of a vein spotter?
Wait, so they're inting?
I mean, like, when that vein is really doing the wrong thing. Like, how do you know, like, this is a vein spotter?
It's a vein
You
feeding.
can go first on this one, Ray.
Watches Hayam Gosu every day. I don't know.
I mean, sorry. Kobe?
This is such a hard, weird.
But, like, there's actually, like,
worded
a lot
question,
of,
right?
like, multiple,
they ult tumble in, ult tumble
Yes.
forward, something like that.
Oh, okay. I see
Yeah.
how it is.
Questionable tumble.
yeah,
there
the
we go.
questionable tumble. And 11 people had the same thought.
Okay.
They play Vayne top lane?
No.
Oh, that.
Ouch.
Come on, dude.
I don't get this one. This game is rigged.
It's
They
hard.
Of course the
flame
top
their
laner's
team.
like-
Toxic. Flame. No.
Ouch.
Not an answer.
flash forward.
Yes.
There you
Aggressive flash is actually on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See it?
What else we got?
Think outside the box a bit.
Yeah.
I guess inside the box. That's pretty
go.
awesome.
Yeah, get
true.
real close inside the box.
They're playing. Oh wait, you go again, right? Or do I?
No, you switch.
You go.
No,
you guys
go
are
ahead.
team.
We're a
Yeah,
team,
yeah.
bro.
They're playing frontline.
And that's basically tumbling and flashing.
So is that a
I mean,
X or do
actually, so attempted 1v5 is that. So I kind of want to give you that one.
Frontline is not attempted 1v5.
I don't know.
But that's
I mean,
fine.
I'm
You
like,
have it.
all
Yeah.
right.
Give me some brownie points.
Yeah,
I'll
get the
take
brownie
it.
points.
I'll take
You know, whatever.
anything I can get.
What's a sign of a bad vein?
Flaming his
They're
support.
dying.
you
I
did
tried to
flaming.
say flame already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think we're doomed.
What are the other 3?
They
The other
die.
3?
How about they die a lot?
Yeah, it's bad KDA.
Bad kitty.
Hey.
It's like super
I
obvious.
feel like flaming is more.
If you got one of those like generic internet names, like you got XX all over the place, or you name something like Doublelift.
Oh yeah.
Like any of those.
Fun
like,
fact.
I thought the Hayam Gosu thing was.
Jat has
Yeah, I
XXX in his Smurf
That's
game.
true.
Twice.
Yeah, and then the last one was actually insta-locking the champion. If you insta-lock Vayne, regardless
okay.
of situation, you're probably a Vayne spotter.
Whatever.
Okay.
All right, apparently you're at 9, so you need all 6 for the cake.
Oh, no.
No
There are
way.
6 options here. All right,
So
the
if I
final
steal
category.
one, they're doomed?
Yeah, they got to get them all right.
Okay, I
so,
hope this one
final
keeps-
category.
I'll try and help instead.
Most satisfying League of Legends moment.
Backdooring a Nexus.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
You gotta
he
get
said
the
that.
back. You gotta.
Okay, we'll give it to you. It's comebacks, but I think that's actually reasonable. You're trying to like catch the category.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Comeback win.
Oh, man, we have to be
Wow,
careful with our
they're
answers.
really giving it to me.
5-man ults.
Yeah, wombo combo ults.
Multi-champ ults. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. You're the ones playing, so I'm not
I feel
getting
like
at Kobe. I'm
I'm trying to help them.
I like the one
Pentakill, pentakill.
Pentakill's number 1.
Pentakill has.
Pentakill's number 1.
Easy.
All right, 3 left.
Instant feedback report.
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
That was my answer. That they don't get.
That
They
doesn't
don't
count.
That doesn't
Yeah,
count. That was mine.
We're still
Apparently there were actually 4 answers, so it wasn't enough to go on the board, but it was actually there was a multiple answer.
Man, what is the...
So I wouldn't go wrong, but
I'm out. I got nothing.
Can I go or?
yeah, go for it.
When-
Getting plates.
Getting played.
Oh, actually, it's not on there, but
What?
No
okay,
way,
well, the
dude.
cake's out of the picture, so...
yeah.
When my laners collapse at crab on time.
Wow, that's.
No way there's on there.
How many
No way.
junglers?
Come on, there's
how
gotta be
many
a lot of
junglers
junglers
answered
out there.
this?
Well, I had some kind of feedback in my ear, but I didn't hear what it was. We're trying to give you honorable mention on this one.
Honorable mention? All
What,
right,
what, would
all
the,
right,
what would the fans say is satisfying? Because they're not good junglers. Like, they've never had their team collapse with them. No one at home has ever had that happen. Darshan's the one guy with map awareness.
Is it just when your team compliments you, like in any way, or helps you in any way?
When your team doesn't eat you? I don't know.
Your team doesn't eat you.
That's
Team
the best
leeches
feeling
for,
ever.
leeches for you?
What are things that people...
Solo killing your lane?
that's a good one.
I'll give you actually that one. I'm saying it's outplay slash them putting the champ mastery up afterwards. It's written here as outplay slash that, so I would give you that one. So you got 2 left.
How about winning? Can you have like a super simple
The
answer?
comeback win is already there. I feel
Okay.
like it's already grabbed in.
Taunting.
And that's the outplay. That's the champ mastery thing.
Oh, that's champ mastery?
Yeah, those are all kind of put together.
Give us a hint on these 2.
So you had that jungle line of reasoning, but it wasn't collapsing on Scuttle.
Oh, Smite stealing.
Yeah, of course. Kobe's never had it before.
Yeah.
So-
Dang, that actually is.
All right.
Dude, Xmithie must be one of the happiest jungler on the planet.
All right. All right.
Give us a hint on the
All
last.
right, I'll give you a hint. It's gonna be our CLG next week.
What?
The CLG subreddit next week.
Is he flaming you, or
No.
is he projecting good? Happy? What?
What would make them happy?
What kind of hint is that?
Winning.
Yeah.
Locking in Sion.
When your favorite LCS team wins games.
Oh, okay. Favorite okay.
Wholesome
All right.
freak.
Yeah. It's wholesome. I'm going wholesome today. All right?
I said winning
I'm
already.
flipping it around. Yeah, but it's when your
Is
favorite.
that gonna
LCS
make you happy next
Yeah.
week too then?
Yeah, of course. I'm always happy when teams win, especially when teams are like having a slide is like getting back
But
in.
your favorite
Yeah, who's your
LCS
favorite team?
That's
Yo.
what he wants
Yeah,
to
yeah.
know.
I mean,
What team's your favorite team?
I don't got a favorite team. Actually, my favorite team is the team that does well in Worlds. So it's like whenever we're all
So you don't
like,
have a favorite team,
so,
though.
so at
C9
MSI,
fan,
it's
C9 Freak is C9 fan right there.
C9
Confirmed.
At Worlds, I was a C9 fan. No longer. At Spring, when someone goes
Freak's
to
not a
MSI,
C9 fan.
it's whoever wins Spring Finals, suddenly my favorite team. And I'm gonna like, I hope you guys beat G2. You know,
He's
like
the
that's,
worst kind of
right.
bandwagon
I
fan.
am purely a fair weather
Ultimate
fan.
bandwagon fan.
Yeah. I mean, I live in California. Fair weather's all we see over here. So anyway, the moment we've all been waiting for. Kobe has an inspirational speech that was delivered earlier on. He's eaten very spicy chips. Now he has to sing against his will. And he's up against Darshan, who actually knows how to sing. So that's
I am a really bad singer, so you're gonna look great next to me.
That's true.
I
He
hope
looks
so.
great no matter what, I'm just saying. But we
That's
have some
true.
classic songs from some of your favorite friendly movies.
All right, who
Kobe
goes first?
And Darshan will give their best renditions. It's up to me and Wiggly to guess what the songs are with rewritten lyrics. So apparently we have mics up there. You two can take your positions, and apparently Kobe's up first, according to the script.
2 different mics? Oh, wait,
Yeah,
I'm
you're both
on the
up
left
there.
or right? Does it matter?
I don't think it does. They're probably both plugged in / wireless. Mic check.
You gotta guess during or after.
I don't actually know. I mean, there's only like 2 stanzas each. It's pretty short.
Kobe's mic.
All right, this is beautiful. I mean, you're also already mic'd in the first place. They're probably just for show.
I don't hear myself in my ear. I
You
can't
actually have
work
to use
like
them. Okay, you actually have to use the ones up there.
Is the lip sync tracker on?
I have no idea.
I need some water.
We got the auto-tune.
Need some water.
All right.
All right, it's not showing the thing. Okay.
All right, Kobe.
Okay. Do I wait for music to start? Or
I
what's
have
going
no
on?
idea.
Okay.
Wait for music to start, apparently.
I'll wait for some music to start.
You got this.
Oh, I need to turn it up. Look at your league necessities, mechanics league necessities. Forget about outplaying and your jukes. I mean the league necessities, old Chapster's famous recipes that beats the league necessities of noobs.
Wiggly?
You know
Yeah.
that at least?
I think I know that. It's the bare necessities.
Yep. Yeah, we changed
Jungle
one of the
Book.
words. It was great.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. There
I'm
you
kind of
go.
scared following that one up, not gonna lie.
Kobe is undefeated.
I need some water.
I don't know where they are.
Let's have Darshan go.
Well, when the music comes up, it's you.
Do I hear the music? Oh.
Well, anyway, let me say you're boosted for the ganks that you threw to top lane. Hey, it's okay, you're boosted. Well, come to think of it, I got a ward. Hey, it's your day to admit you're boosted, 'cause you tried to kill the GOAT. That's FLICKR. I'm ulting away, you're boosted, 'cause Darshan can do anything in lane. On Sion, at least.
And Urgot.
Holy moly.
Ooh.
That was only 10,000 times better.
I think that was better than Dwayne Johnson. So that's You're Welcome from Moana.
Correct.
Yo, let's
Ding,
go. I
ding,
haven't even seen the movie. Let's go.
We're just both amazing.
I know anime and Disney songs. We
Well
in there.
done. I haven't seen that. I have no idea what that is.
That's the worst song
I
know
have
from
not
movie.
seen
I have
this
no idea
movie
what that
either.
movie is.
I need
Wait,
help.
you have not
Who's
seen-
seen Disney movies? No, I
Oh,
have not.
Kobe is not.
Dude, like, what about when you were a kid?
Sorry.
Like, the classics?
I need to make this
Yeah,
obvious.
let's go.
First of all, it's entirely unacceptable that Kobe has not seen a couple of these films.
Yeah.
But as such, he has recruited Mark and I as his backup singers. You still take
Thank you.
center stage.
Thank you. Okay.
And we're gonna try our best. Maybe we'll make this recognizable
Yeah.
for you guys. All right.
Okay.
I wrote this one, by the way. So if you like the lyrics, that's me.
Oh, I know the one part where it goes like.
Yo,
Great.
Let's just do it. Let's just
This
do
one.
it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get the music.
Oh, it already started, but it was too low in here.
Okay.
Can we
Oh,
roll
we're gonna
back?
restart. Hold on. We're gonna restart it.
Count us back in.
We gotta
All right.
turn up your
Promise
thing.
we're not wearing in-ears.
Yeah, turn up your. Oh, you're not hearing
not,
it. Okay.
You gotta cue us.
All right, let's start. Ready?
We'll follow
1, 2, 3. Let's queue up for jungle and gain that LP. Are my teammates bronze 4? All they do is feed. Map awareness, worst I've ever seen.
I take
it back, they're iron 2.
Just play safe,
And I'll carry you. I kind of got it.
All right. Do you know that one?
Yeah, Be a Man.
Yeah.
Mulan. Yeah.
Yeah, from Mulan.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Switch it to the other side.
All right. Well,
Turn it up really loud.
Kobe tried.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what it is?
It's got that, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Wiggly got it. Wiggly got it.
Hey, nice.
Easy.
All right. Here we go. Whew. And yes, that was the song. I'll make Manatee from Mulan.
Wait, what song is this again? Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. My top lane is so good. Laning teleports for tanking. Look out, Liquid, I'm flanking. And now Doublelift will die. All their carries just cry. 17k health won't break. I don't even need stone plate as my health breaks the UI. Scion Spartan. We're really overplaying the Scion jokes, guys. Like, we're just really beating this dead horse.
I like that.
That one was a story. That was good. Yeah. All right. You guys guess?
Yeah, what is it?
So this is one that I wrote, so I don't know the song.
It's the. Oh my God. What's the name?
You know the movie, right?
Yeah, it's the. I don't even know the name of the movie. I can picture the movie.
Okay.
You want a hint? You want a hint,
What's
Ray?
the name of the main character in that movie?
Ray, magic?
The magic carpet. Flying magic carpet.
Yeah, what is that from, Ray?
Who rides
What
the
is
magic
that from?
carpet?
Man, this is really embarrassing. God dang.
Freak, do something. No, let's be awkward.
What? Okay, wait. Imagine magic carpet, palace. You know, they have like they're wearing things on their heads.
They're flying.
Robin Williams,
I really forget it.
It's making me think of Aladdin, but I don't
Aladdin.
think
Yeah.
was Aladdin?
It is?
Oh, nice one,
Okay,
Ray.
okay.
Woo!
Kobe's
Yeah.
seen one Disney movie. We know that.
I've seen Aladdin.
We're getting there.
And the Jungle Book.
A whole new.
Yeah. That was the one song you
Man,
did.
it's too easy.
I don't know. I don't know this
Literally
one,
the name of the
but I
character.
have heard people like do the.
All right,
It's fine.
this is the most absurd one that
I
Kobe
haven't-
does not know.
1.6
But I also
billion.
I haven't seen this one either.
Oh, yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Music. Don't you throw, can't ping you back anymore. Don't you throw, turn away from the fates and lures. I don't care what they're going to trade. Let the news rage on. Never won me games anyway.
That ended
Wow.
horribly.
Out! Thank you.
Let me out.
Let me out. All these guys announcing their songs.
I warned you.
you.
I warned you. You
out.
asked for this. What? What?
Let it go.
Let it go.
From Frozen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good job. Everyone knows that song except Kobe somehow.
Whew. I mean,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't really have a defense for
No,
that.
it's okay.
Wait.
Okay,
I saw the
guys.
movie on a plane once.
Wait, hold on. Don't start it. I gotta.
They could play a little of the music maybe to.
But na 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 na.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's do it. La Casa de Fiesta has the silliest games. La Casa de Fiesta, don't you try and flame. It's a for fun region. Don't you know it's NA? It's our DNA. It's how we play. La Casa de Fiesta.
You know it?
Hakuna Matata.
Yep. Yeah.
That was
Matata
so
Lion
good,
King.
by the way. That
Yeah,
one
it
was
actually great.
awesome.
Thank you.
That was actually really good. Well
That was so good.
All right.
I wanted to hear more of that song. I like La Casa de Fiesta.
Hey, I'm in La Casa de Fiesta every day, baby.
Yeah, he lives it.
All right, let's
Come
go
on
back
back. You
over.
ready?
Oh boy.
Good job.
That was so beast.
Yeah. Good job. You had the backing track. It worked out. And now Sean can actually sing.
Yeah, what can I say? Freak writes the songs. I do the music. LCS album coming out.
Yeah. All right. That'll be good.
I'm liking it.
All covers, maybe no originals. Of course, props, to everyone for giving it their all on stage, but now it's time to settle down and take a look at the next week. Counter Logic Gaming on Saturday will play against FlyQuest, and on Sunday, Team Liquid. Definitely a stacked set of teams, but ones I think that you
Easy
definitely
2-0.
can't beat. I think easy 2-0. Yeah. Do you get side selection? Do you know?
I don't know. I think so.
Not sure.
I think we do. And then at least one.
So you saw 100 Thieves play against Team Liquid today.
Mm-hmm.
What went wrong? And what are you going to do differently? Let's say if you just change one thing.
I didn't see the whole game, so I can't comment too much, but I feel like Team Liquid usually isn't that good in the early game. Usually they turn it on in the mid game, and I feel like we're actually, this weekend we had more issues in early game than mid game, so I feel like we probably won't struggle as much in the early game as Team Liquid, so I think that we work on our early game a little bit, and I think that if we have a lead, I think that we've been one of the better teams in NA to close out games, so.
I like it.
Sure. Wiggly, what do you think about the FlyQuest match?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care who we're playing, I guess. We just have to focus on not just making really dumb mistakes over and over again. That's been our main issue. So.
That sounds like a good game plan.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy fix. Just when they say they have TP advantage or they have TP on Sylas, just don't walk up and get double killed by Sylas, that sort of thing. So
Yep.
I think
That's
that's the
what
biggest
Freak
thing we got to
Coach is,
work on.
solo QT net.
Yeah. Sorry, I lost lane. Top lane is 5-0. Don't overextend. You walked in the,
Yeah, so I don't really think it matters who we're playing. So we just got to
fair.
improve on the basics. So.
Good attitude.
I like it.
Self-improvement is first.
That's good. One day I'll learn that. Of course, thank you both very much for joining us here on Cooldown. Kobe, you did your best. That's all he gets. Now
He
for
can
myself,
see that I'm doing this, by the way. He doesn't care.
So for myself, the cast of the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week for more LCS where CLG goes 2-0.
I know you're feeling down. It is halfway through the split. You can stay down there in the standings, or you can climb out. Wax on, wax off, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Let's get in the game!
Sometimes people just play risk averse. I agree, these fights could be had. Oh my gosh, the damage! Crown!
Pull hard.
Zoe's done, Zoe's done.
Pull hard. Kill her. Jayce, no flash. Kai'Sa splash.
Let's go.
Can I get a penta? Can I get a penta? Comet flies out with a piercing arrow, finding a little bit more damage! Flash into the auto attack.
Coming. Sever no bush. 1 HP, Sever.
Come. Nice. Nexus is exposed. The enemy team routed, and TSM again victorious. He doesn't have a way out. It's Haunter who's low, but look around towards the backline is Contract, using the Guardian Angel. Look at the health bar's getting low. Solo's gonna drop 1 kill already for the victor. Make it a second for the team fight. Several year streak is broken. Echo Fox and Rush will go 0-2.
You told me go to the gym, but you don't even try hard. You don't put
tried
effort.
hard
No.
yesterday.
No, you did not.
Oh my god, I saw too much. It's proved.
And you don't even spawn me, bro. What the hell?
Now gotta be careful. The shockwave's gonna bring him back, and that is a big dip out from Huhi, but he'll be taken down instead. The slam dunk comes in, and Team Liquid will start the second round robin, just like the first.
Here comes Niski. He's gonna find the dunk right away. Using the cage against him. He's definitely helping on this one. Finds the stun as well.
Nice is dead. 1 auto. Nope, that's fine.
Woo! Sneaky!
Are you still looking?
Look at the damage up into the back line goes Stixay, and he can't quite find the target. It's not enough damage. He gets 1, but Niski trades them all back in 3 for 1 and make it 4. This is gonna be Cloud9 winning it for sure.
And if you get a win, after that, you get 1 more win. Now you've got 2 wins.